What is like to explore a Swedish restaurant in Beijing?
With the executive chef of Swedish Embassy.
Here's Mattias. I'm Shanny, and today's Yummy Planet, we are diving into Swedish cuisine. Let's go! Hi, Felica! Very nice meeting you. You too. Hi, Mattias. Are you nervous? Because today I bring Mattias here to your restaurant.
It's okay. He's here eating all the time.
Oh, okay.
So I think he approves.
VIP. No.
Yeah. Yes. I cannot wait to listen to the stories behind the food.
Yeah, I'm excited to share with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we get a seat?
Yeah, come on, let's go.
As a Swede who has lived in China for over a decade, Felica infuses her space with the flavors of her hometown. Though named Nordic Bakery, the spot serves authentic Swedish dishes. Today she'll introduce 3 traditional Swedish specialties: classic Swedish meatballs, halibut cooked with unique Nordic ingredients, and a salmon sandwich that resembles a beautiful cake. Dive into the essence of Swedish cuisine. Ta-da! It's tasting time! Which one should we start?
You pick. Which one do you think?
I prefer to...
The meatballs?
Yes, the meatball.
Okay.
Because it's one of the most famous dishes of Sweden, right?
It is. I would say is it our national dish or?
Yeah, probably.
Probably, right?
Could you please show me how to eat this meatball? Because I saw so many ingredients. And...
Okay. So basically you have the meatballs.
Yes.
You have the mashed potato. You have the gravy. You have the pickled cucumber and the lingonberries, right? And you have the peas, right?
Yeah.
So the important thing is that you can't just eat a slice of the meatball or the mashed potato. It all has to come together in one bite. It's very important. You need to have a lot of gravy. You can't just eat it without a lot of gravy. That's why a lot of people go wrong.
It's rich.
It's very rich, yes. Because you have all these different flavors.
You know that when I first see the dish, I can recognize that the meatballs are handmade because each one is different.
Yes. Yes.
Very different from the Chinese meatballs because Chinese meatballs is more round.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a little bit flat.
Yeah.
Flat.
Yeah.
And the way of making meatballs different, right?
Yeah. You squeeze them out, right? Yeah.
But you let them by 2 hands.
You roll them into a bowl
yeah.
and then you fry them. But when you fry them, they can get a little flat in the process. Yeah.
And then you get more texture of this.
You need to have
Frying
them.
with color. So even the taste is better if you have it more like color.
Okay. Did this taste good or
Yeah, it's
your
good, yeah.
meatballs taste
But
better?
it's just, but then of course every recipe is different. Every people has.
Yeah.
Yes.
In Christmas you put maybe allspice inside to make it more like Christmas. Because you always have the meatballs on Swedish Christmas table.
And the Easter table.
Yeah.
And the midsummer table.
Here's one thing is totally different from Chinese cuisine. When we eat meatballs, we never use the
Lingonberries, yeah.
Yeah. We never mix the jam
Yeah.
with the meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's go back to the late 80s. Long back ago. When you don't have a fridge, when you preserve things. That's why you have a lot of pickling and smoking, like the same with cured salmon. Because before you don't have like fridges so I think it's same with all fermented things you even have in Asia.
Sweden is a cold country in winter, so there are a lot of berries there. So maybe that's the one of the reasons why you use the jam.
To preserve,
I heard that this meatball, you keep the recipe of your grandma.
So this is the thing, because my grandma, she was an amazing baker. So a lot of recipes are actually her old recipes. And she was an amazing cook as well. So I always thought growing up, because my dad is an amazing chef, I always thought that the meatballs were my grandma's recipe. So when my dad came here to help me train the kitchen staff how to make his food, I said, this is actually my grandma's meatball recipe. And my dad he's like, no, it's mine. So I said, well, I mean, I already made the menu. It says grandma's meatball, so I'm going to keep it, but it's actually my dad's. Yeah.
Maybe the first time I eat the Swedish meatball is in IKEA,
Yeah.
and I think it's better.
Thank you.
So people live in Beijing, they have another place to enjoy the Swedish cuisine and Swedish food, right?
Yeah.
This is the second dish.
So this is also a very typical Swedish dish. It's halibut. It's also mashed potatoes with a butter sauce and capers and bacon. And a lot of the white stuff on top is horseradish. I will show you. You can also see here, this white stuff is horseradish and peas, because sweet peas is very common in Sweden. And so this is also a very typical Swedish dish. When my mom was a child, her dad used to actually drive to Norway a lot and go fishing and bring back a lot of fish. Yeah, and make this kind of dish.
Should we how do you this mix them together like the meatball? Or
Always.
always?
So you have a piece of fish, have some
Piece of
mashed potato, the capers and the bacon is crucial, and always the horseradish, obviously, because the horseradish is freshly grated.
Another big bite.
Another big bite, always big bite.
Okay.
You take butter. It's a different type of flavor, right?
The skin of the fish is crispy, and the horseradish is a little bit strong, tastes like a little bit like a wasabi.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the oil is
It's butter.
It's butter. Oh.
Butter is amazing.
Yeah, but
Anything.
in Sweden you have lots of butter. Like you fry like the meatballs in the butter.
Because we produce our own dairies in Sweden, right?
Oh.
We have a lot of dairy, so we have a lot of butter, cream, milk, any sort of cheese, you know. So it's very common. Butter is very common.
And even like yogurt and
Yeah, yogurt.
Do you change the recipes for Chinese customs?
No,
No?
No. I basically make everything, I just keep it the way that I like it, both desserts and food, and maintain, like keep the traditional ways of doing it.
So chef, when you cook some Swedish cuisine, will you change your recipes?
I try to combine with some Swedish flavor, or Scandinavian flavor, like horseradish, brown butter is always like lingonberries, but with Chinese ingredients. So maybe the potatoes from China. So I combine.
Okay.
Shall we taste the third dish?
Yes.
It's just like a cake.
Yes. So this is actually, I would say, the most typical, like traditional thing in Sweden, right?
And then this is very popular when you have this graduating in Sweden.
Yeah, when you have like
The
big
kids
events.
graduate.
You graduate or you have
From school.
birthdays and stuff
Or,
like that, big events. It's called a Swedish sandwich cake. Basically, it's the foundation is a 3-layer bread. So you have sort of bread,
Right.
and then you have different types of fillings on each layer. Layer is a egg salad, you could say. The second layer is a seafood salad with the sweet shrimp and smoked salmon. And cucumber and our homemade mayonnaise and some other spices that make a very unique flavored. You need to eat all the layers together.
Okay.
That's also very important.
Okay.
And
all the layers.
yes, and you try to cut a piece of the salmon and have a shrimp as well on the row.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
With the caviar and the shrimp.
I think it's pretty refreshing. I think it's very suitable for cold dish
Yeah.
before a main course.
Yeah.
And I think in Sweden you usually eat it at the summertime.
Yeah.
Most.
Yeah, most
Maybe not so much in December or when it's cold outside.
In June, there is one of the biggest festival in Sweden, the May Summer Festival, right? Do
Yeah.
people eat this during the festival?
I guess you can. I never have. I
I think you can, but I think when traditional is like herring,
Yeah.
and you have this
New
snaps,
Yeah, snaps, right? Lots of snaps.
like flavored vodka.
Yeah.
You can flavor with dill, lemon.
To pair with these delicate dishes, we also offer truly Swedish drinks. Felicia recommends passion fruit elderflower soda, a beloved summer beverage in Sweden. My pick, matcha coconut water, naturally sweet and ultra refreshing. As for Chef Mattias, what did he choose?
What is this?
It's a traditional Swedish cappuccino. No, this is more Italian. I love
Yes.
coffee, so it's very Italian coffee. We have here,
Yes.
Swedish people drink a lot of coffee.
We do love our coffee.
Maybe we are second most drinking
Yeah,
coffee
yeah.
country.
Yeah.
So, coffee and fika.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Let's go hand in
absolutely.
hand.
Fika.
Go hand in
fika.
hand.
Yeah.
Could you please introduce what is fika life in Sweden?
It's like have a break. Yeah. You have coffee or tea and something
Yeah.
sweet. Could be like small cookies. It could be like a princess cake.
It's a concept of life, I would say, because you have
Yeah.
fika break. All work offices have fika break. Schools have it because you need to have a little fika.
Oh.
Yeah, but fika in school, I think they don't drink coffee and eat cake.
No.
They have more like their water and fruit.
Now that we've mentioned fika, how can we skip Swedish desserts? The first is the Budapest cake. Don't be misled, it's purely Swedish. The cake's creator simply named it after his favorite city. Notably, Felicia adds hazelnuts from northeastern China to her version. Next is the Swedish princess cake. Can you believe this elegant dessert was originally grain and a favorite of Swedish princesses? Last but not least, the Swedish Napoleon cake, always meant to be savored in generous bites.
When I eat your desserts and your dishes, I can feel you're proud about your cuisine. Yes, and your passion about your cuisine.
I love eating and I love spreading my kind of cultural background, letting people know what my story is, like what I've been eating since I was a kid. Like a lot of family recipes, more having a space also that's very old Swedish style. It's not very modern, and to keep the very handmade, traditional way of doing things.
And how many years have you been in China?
And now it's been 17 years.
17 years.
Yeah.
Well, you married a Beijing guy.
Yeah.
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 And lived in Beijing for
Yeah.
so long time.
Yeah.
And how is the life in Beijing?
So far, I think it's great. I'd say for all of us that have been here for many years, it's very nice. It's a very comfortable life, very developed, easy to do things.
I heard that, Mattias, you have worked in maybe 5 or 6 countries.
Yes.
And then you choose Beijing, choose China.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
not. I don't choose. It was just happened.
Yeah.
So I came here 5 years ago. So.
5 years ago.
It's like you said. It's very convenient to live here, and it's easy. And of course, there are lots of things changes. Of course.
For you too, what is the taste of the home?
I don't know, maybe meatballs,
Meatballs? Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Maybe some princess cake. Yes.
So for you, what is the taste of home?
Taste of home is very, I guess, just the things that I can't get here.
But through your dishes, through your food and desserts, you can introduce the food and dishes and the Swedish, your home taste to
Yeah.
Chinese people,
Yes.
right?
Yes. What do you think of the Swedish food and the Swedish fika?
You know, it's my first time to know that when you eat Swedish dishes, you have to have a big bite.
Yeah.
Yes. I thought maybe I have to be very elegant to eat everything. And I think when I eat the food is not just the food. Behind the food is culture, it's stories.
Yes.
It's about your own story, about the culture of the Swedish people of Sweden. So for me, tasting the flavors makes me feel and understand what's behind. Big thanks to
Thank you.
Felicia and big thanks to
Thank you.
Mattias. And if you like this video, share, like, and subscribe. I'm Yummy Shanny. This is my Yummy Planet, and see you in the next episode.
Hej då.
Hejdå!